Hello. Okay, so do you guys want to say hi?
Hi, my name is Tiffany. Hi, I'm Kristen.
Okay, so I'm not gonna show you guys, but my friends are on my phone. So technically, their backs are to the screen and they're looking at me. Right? Right? Okay, I'm gonna start. So the question was, just so you guys know, the question was basically, what do you want to be? What career path do you want to follow? Um, so this time it's not an argumentative essay or an argumentative speech. It's an informational speech. Okay, so here we start with time. Okay, I want to be an architect. Basically, every second of every day, all I think about is architecture. When I see something that looks drab or bland, I really want to redesign it to make it more personal and beautiful, basically. So, for example, when I was driving through very beautiful streets of one of my family's countries, Poland, um, I was having a great time because all the buildings are very nice there. But then we would come across these communist blocks, and besides for all the politics that are related to it, I was thinking about how I could redesign or refacade the buildings themselves so that they didn't cause such huge depression in people. Because I don't know if you are um, on the Slavic Instagrams, but there's often videos of people showing just like these huge blocks of these communist buildings, and they're really depressing and they give bad vibes. And I want to do the opposite of that with my architecture, and hopefully, ideally, refacade some of these buildings to make them not ugly anymore, while still allowing that massive amount of people to live inside. So, I specifically want to be an architect that specializes in classical design. I want to work because of my passion. Sure, architecture has benefits, being that it makes some money, but the money is not really the main thing in the end. It's more that when I see a building, I feel such a strong passion towards I want to change something about it, and if I can't, then I'm just going to be wanting for the rest of my life. Um, and I believe that I'll be able to bring a culture and a happiness into people's lives. When I say classical design, I don't mean just some sort of basic governmental slash university level neoclassicism type of situation. What I mean is, I want to go to my site, wherever it is, and I want to study the surrounding vernacular in the architecture, the historic vernacular, and I want to design in that style. And it doesn't matter if that is Anglo Indian Gothic, Victorian Spanish governmental, Northern Afro Christian Arab fusion, like religious structures, whether it's Northeast Russian Chinese classical fusion or whatever it is. I want to design what is based off of the culture of the people that are in that area so that they can relate to it. To be an architect, and specifically to become one from the school that I want to go to, which is the University of Notre Dame, I need to do a 5 year bachelor's degree with an additional 2 years master's degree afterwards. And then, to go through with my specialization, I need to take another 2 years of a master's degree in historic preservation and studies. And since I'm going to OCC first, I should be admitted as a third year when I get into the school, but I won't really know for sure. Um, they might put me as a second year, which would be unfortunate, but that will take me from doing 5 years to get my bachelor's to doing only 2 or 3. Um, I will need to do a few abroad programs. My the third year, the entire year, is in Rome. The master's degree year is in Sicily and Corsica and Sardinia. And the second master's degree is all within Southern Europe as well, so Croatia and places like that. I need to do about 500 hours of internships, and it will culminate in a total of 3,740 experience hours. So I'll have to work for certain firms that without getting paid or with a small pay, which technically won't be me being licensed. I won't be able to officially do anything. And I also need to do continuous education every year if I want to keep my license. So if I want to actually build something, I need to keep going to school over and over every year. Which is kind of cool anyway, because it's always good to learn. As an architect, I have to constantly present myself in front of crowds, and after I present my hard work and my extremely personal ideas, I have to get critiqued, which, often hurts to hear. This class has helped me a lot, specifically when it comes to formulating my sentences and thinking about how my presentation will flow. Plus, a lot of my issues when I would give my architectural presentations is that I would not end them. I would just say, and yeah, at the end of it, and then there would be silence until the critiquing people would figure out, oh, he wants us to start critiquing now. Which is kind of how everyone does it, but it's definitely not professional. So now I know how to end my argumentative architectural presentations. So I want to end this off by just saying, I think that the physical manifestations of my profession will end up bringing people closer together and give people in their areas this unique culture that they're able to be proud of, even if that culture was somehow lost. At least now they'll have a physical, tangible view of what that culture could be, what it once was, and how they can relate to it. Well, thank you for the semester. Do you guys want to say bye? I think you're muted.
Bye.
Thank you guys for being so attentive. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
I love listening about your dreams.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.